Right. Yeah. Bobby loves Asians, so take it, Bobby.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. This is the Pat Oates Show with your lovely host, Pat Oates, of course, your co-host and announcer tonight, Bobby Tamburo.
I think Frank's dead.
Frank is not dead yet, but one can dream. Visiting with us tonight, our lovely guest. You saw him last time, shit all over Pat for being a manager now on the Retail Podcast, local Harrisburg up-and-comer. He's got a show this Friday at the Church of Satire, but it's not actually there. Greg Billet.
What's going on, man?
What were those?
And a last-minute fill-in who is more than happy to come on and put all of our audio equipment and set up to shame. It's Barbs versus the world. What's going on, Barbs?
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me on so much. I'm really happy to be here.
And she's also, because she doesn't really want to be here, she's covering her entire face with her microphone.
Oh, no. I'm kidding.
Nice.
I would do that too if I could.
My teeth are yellow, really yellow. Recently, I smoked too much, so I'm hiding them.
That's what everyone's going to be mad about, your teeth. That's what it's going to be. We have creeps on our show. They're mad your feet aren't up yet. Okay, don't worry about it.
Oh, I mean, we could show those later. We could get that going.
I will throw you off.
Oh, I hate feet too. Oh, thank God, I hate feet too.
They are retarded hands. I don't like them.
God.
They're awful.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I think they're the ugliest body part. Like after the asshole, I think they're the ugliest body part.
And at least the asshole has a little more purpose. I know we walk, but we can drive now. People can carry us. You can't help me shit.
It's true. Yeah. That's very
true.
And
assholes are like top 5 for me. Easy.
We can tell by your ponytail, Greg.
That's what sells though. Like
bullshit.
That's what sells. Like dudes will request like usually that, and like amongst other things, like feet and asshole is like a requested thing.
What's worse? Okay, a stranger hits you up, Barbara.
A
stranger just goes, I want a picture of your blank. What's worse? Asshole, right?
I think asshole takes more effort because like usually I gotta like get undressed, find like a private spot. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. If they pay me, I'm doing it. If they offer me money, like I don't do it for free.
I'm asking this for the people out there, not for me. Bobby knows I am kink free. I'm a prude. But like, how much would you charge for your asshole?
Like $25-$30.
What? Did your parents raise you better for your asshole? That's your opening up cheeks and looking in like a kaleidoscope.
I mean, listen, there's like college chicks with OnlyFans charging 99 cents a month. I can't compete with that with just being an idiot on Twitter.
Well, they do that, but then what they do is I know like 2 porn stars that do it. They have the cheaper rate, but then they'll put out special pictures that if you tip them $50,
yeah.
So they just get you in with the 99 cents. They tease you with that shit, but then they get you with the big money there. So like
they'll do pictures or videos. Yeah, like private.
I love how Pat's trying to stay in hypotheticals, and sometimes they'll milk you along.
Crude, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you, Greg. You're reiterating my point. Pat's like, and sometimes they'll string you along and be like, if you give me $20, I'll show you this. And they only show you half. And they're like, oh, give me 20 more. And they only show you the other half.
And I think you know me. If I was really on one, that'd be our other sponsor, whoever's fucking OnlyFans it was. But no, I've literally, when we had Jessa Rain on, I went through like when I was on a podcast with her, I asked like 50 questions. She's like, "Why are you asking so much?" I'm like, "It's just weird. I need to know why people want to do like pay money for that because I could literally just go on Pornhub and watch them do the same shit." She's like,
I don't understand it.
Yeah,
it's personalized. If you want to like, I don't understand it. Like, great for every chick that's killing it on OnlyFans, like awesome, but I don't get it. Just go on Pornhub, go type in like porn into Google or something.
It's the same way when you get like Gilbert Godfrey do a cameo. It's like you can just listen to his voice anywhere. You don't really hello, like, you don't really need to pay $300 for that.
Right, I'm jealous of the guy who's got $30 for an asshole.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Throw out there.
Me too. I want that $30. I want to get some lunch.
Imagine that. That's your choice. I'm either eating or I'm thinking about eating. That's what you're doing. Like, asshole pic. What do you? I guess that had to be a video, right? You wouldn't pay for a pic. Would it be a video, or would you take a like?
No, video I would like charge more for. Like a video is more effort on my part. I like judge it by like how much effort I have to put into it. Like if I'm willing to do it, because sometimes I'm like, yeah, I could use the extra money. I'll like sell this creep some nude picture of me. Like I'm sure one of my exes already released all my nudes somewhere on the internet, so like I'm not really worried about that.
Ex has an OnlyFans with your name on it. That's fucking baller. Sorry, but that's fucking great.
I'd be so pissed. I just want the money. I'd be like, yo, how much money did you make off of this? Like give me 50%.
Imagine if he made nothing. He's like, it's garbage. You're like,
you'd be like, actually I pay people to subscribe to it.
It's just me and my parents
50-50.
watch it, and they keep telling me it was a good decision to leave you. That's all they say.
Yeah, pretty much.
What would be worse, that or if you go in and you see all these messages where he's like pretending to be you, sexting with these guys?
Oh God!
Like
I
hitting
think
him up,
the
flirting with
second
them.
one. I think the second one would be worse because then
And
that
like
would
Photoshop poop in there, and you're like, oh no, what are you doing? Make me clean. Don't make me.
Yeah, that
gross.
definitely. I think the second would be worse because that would mean that like I'm actively doing it and like I'm actively like pursuing this and stuff.
Because a lot of like the major porn stars just hire people to go on and like
Oh yeah,
have their
sure.
pre-made photo sets and try to sell it to you, and it's like you're just flirting with some dude.
100%. You're just
Dude is
paid
making
to
you a dick
write.
hard right now. Yeah,
Like
yeah, exactly.
they're paid to like write these like pre-made like pre-written messages and like they're just typing it to like 4 different people a day.
Who's calling home and telling his parents, "Mom, I got a writing gig."
Yeah.
Well, I'm
That's what I would do. I'd be like,
remember
Mom,
this.
I'm hired. I have a job.
They had those 900 numbers that people would call. You could as a kid, I was playing basketball and we called the MC Hammer hotline. We were at a practice and it got snowed out and our coach left. So we were stuck in a building. My buddy called it and then left the phone off the hook. And I guess the high school got a bill for like $300.
Damn.
MC
I love
Hammer
that,
hotline.
though.
I didn't.
Like, it's not
That's
like it's
awesome.
MC Hammer on there. It's some guy just yelling too legit to quit and dancing around a little bit on the phone.
Oh, I thought it was MC Hammer like talking dirty to you and shit. Like that was.
We did
You
discover
can touch this all you want, Greg.
after lacrosse. We discovered 1-800-asshole who was the sex.
I love that.
That's a number.
Probably.
Vanilla
think,
Ice
right?
is literally
I mean, it
doing porn
works.
right now.
But, like, it's also someone else's regular number.
Probably.
It's like some old lady who sells cupcakes has no idea her number is 1-800-asshole.
That's very true. Like just the number confirm. Yeah. Poor woman.
POS fans, call 277 4653 277-4653. Let us know your results in the comments below.
Yeah, I'm really curious whose number that is, like what it connects to. Like,
How
is
do
it a
you call it?
proctologist? That'd be cool if it was a proctologist, like the ass man, like that episode in Seinfeld. It'd be cool if that was a good marketing technique. That'd be a good marketing.
It's a small like little like basement where they look at your butt. It's called the asshole. It's like built in the you go
Like the
in-
glory hole, but asshole.
the glo-
Yeah.
like the glory hole, but no glory.
No glory,
Right.
just
No
pain.
glory.
Just pain.
Who's getting glory there?
I don't know.
glory?
The person in putting the
Yeah.
stuff like looking into the asshole.
Do you put your asshole in the glory? I've never been.
No,
to-
I have no idea. I've never even seen one in person. Like I've never even seen like a glory hole like anywhere in a
I
bathroom.
mean, you
in
see the hole in the
person.
wall, and that's all
Yeah.
it takes. That's all it takes.
Oh, okay. I guess yeah.
And
I
a
guess
dream. That's it.
And it also needs somebody on the other side sucking your dick, man. That is a key component.
It is a two-way dance.
Otherwise, you're just fucking the wall.
he's right.
Sometimes that's better.
As
I
your
hate them.
comedy career takes off, Barbs, and you spend a lot of time on the New Jersey Turnpike at the rest stops,
Mhm.
you will come across your fair share of glory holes, I can
Mhm.
assure you.
Is that right?
I like
Bobby?
used to stop at those when I was a kid. Go to my dad's house. Maybe I was just oblivious. Like
I don't think
to
they're
the
in the
glory
ladies' room.
holes. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
that's
not in
true.
the
Oh,
ladies'
That's what I
that's
was
a good
gonna say.
point.
Yeah, I use the women's room. Like I
I didn't
pretty
mean
much
to assume,
is.
Barb. I'm sorry. I could have assumed that you have a huge cock next to your asshole pics. I don't know, but way
It
to
is-
go.
it's a
It
micro
is,
penis.
outside of porn, pretty much a 100% homosexual activity, though, right? Like it's just assumed.
Okay.
Glory hole?
Yeah.
I think it's either that or pedophilia.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You think
I would
kids?
think that's a way to trick a kid. This is funny. Yeah.
Well,
hey,
yeah, that's
be in this
true.
hole.
There was an
I think that's
SVU
where it came from,
episode where the
grooming.
guy there was a Law and Order SVU episode like back in the 2000s where the guy would put honey on it and tell the kids to lick it like because it was sweet. Like it
Oh,
was
like
like
dog
the plot line.
Right.
Yeah, like
no, that's a great trick.
I feel
Well,
like
I
that's
know
what
who the
he's
POS
right.
in that story is.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's the kids. Just come on, step up and do your job.
It's
You
me,
took the
magician
candy, you knew what
David
was happening.
Copperfield, and I'm throwing
Nice.
this is my new trick. Honey on. That's the third week in a row we've talked about an animal and something on someone's dick. Why is that our thing now?
Well, it's the curse of Will Bozarth, who, as everybody knows, at Will Bozarth likes to molest his dog.
Yes, so hard.
For those of you who don't know, he bailed on the podcast to do that last week. All right, Pat, what do you got story-wise for us before we lose our first guests?
Well, the story I have is this guy, Will Bozarth, he bailed on. No. Well, we'll go right into it. Bobby, you have nothing this week? You don't have to have anything, but you have nothing?
Oh, no, I do have a story this week.
You want to lead or want me to lead?
You lead.
Okay. Accused Capitol rioter allegedly shoots mountain lion defying gun order. A man accused of taking part of the January 6th Capitol riots now facing house arrest for killing a mountain lion in Colorado with a gun he wasn't supposed to have. Patrick Montgomery was slapped with a 10-count indictment in January for his role in the riot, but given a conditional release that banned him from having a gun. Montgomery violated the condition when he used a .357 handgun to shoot a mountain lion in a Denver park in March, federal prosecutors said in court records. Montgomery served 6 years behind bars in '96 robbery, and authorities barred him from carrying a firearm, including a handgun. Prosecutors, of course, a pop-up for the New York Post, fuck you, pops up. Prosecutors said Montgomery had also broken Colorado laws when he hunted a bobcat in January, knocked it out of a tree with a slingshot, and watched while his dogs killed the animal. The use of the slingshot in dogs isn't legal under state law, prosecutors said. Two sides are expected to approve new conditions for Montgomery's release, which were 24 hours arrest. Montgomery owns a hunting guide business called Pamonte Outdoors, according to CBS. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Okay, first of all, it's Patrick Montgomery. We understand he's a piece of shit, but let's go.
He's the only person in the story.
But he's a piece of shit with precedent. He's been doing this forever. Is it them? Is it the New York Post for leading with, Capitol riot guy? This guy's done way worse shit than Capitol riot guy.
I was going to say, I don't think the Capitol riots are relevant to him shooting a mountain lion.
But it gets you to read the thing and see what he's doing. Or is it the dogs who ate the bobcat? Is it the bobcat? You're a bobcat. You're better than a slingshot. What are you, a cartoon? What are you doing getting hit out of the tree? Or is it just Denver for saying, have your gun. We don't give a fuck. And since you're fired up, Barb, you go first.
I mean, I guess, I don't know, man. That's a hard one, though. Like, it really is. Can we come back to me? Can we please circle back? I'm not prepared, teacher. I'm not prepared, teacher.
You're an asshole already. Bobby, go ahead.
For me, it's Denver. Because didn't you say that he's going to get out within 24 hours? They've already made an agreement to get him out.
Yes.
This man is a killing machine.
Yep.
You said you can't have a gun. He was like, all right, cool. I got a slingshot and some dogs. Like, this man needs locked away or needs to make a deal with the army. Send him over to the Middle East.
He did it years ago. He went to the riot and he came back. He doesn't stop doing it.
Yeah. So send him to the Middle East. Go, hey, buddy, there's a bit of a mess. Clean it up. When you're done, come back.
Oh, so you'd use his service as well.
Yeah, that's what we do as the United States. We take the most psychotic and messed up people and we go, you got a particular set of skills.
But you'd have to do like one of those men who stare at goats things where you have him stare at Middle Eastern people and pretend they're bobcat because he's focused on bobcats. So you'd have to like think that they're bobcats. Ali Bobcats. That's
to be George Clooney in that scenario, but you train him with the Bobcats. That's very true.
He's not an attractive guy, but Clooney would play him in a movie.
That's what sucks. They usually get the good-looking guys to play the crazy ones.
Yeah, they do.
And in the role of Bobby, we've cast Jonah Hill. God fucking damn it.
Yeah, but now skinny Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill could put on some weight and be Bobby for sure.
You'd have to eat again to be Bobby.
Yeah.
I was hoping to get the fat Rudy.
Oh, he's great though. You would like that.
I'd be cool with that.
You would need, if he was alive still, Philip Seymour Hoffman to dye his hair, to get a black beard. He would know because you're a complex man.
Actually kill that role.
You know what? It's 2021. I want Rick Ross, the rapper, to play me in the movie.
Okay.
Yes.
Just completely change it up. Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's that bitch in all those cop movies now? And she's like
Melissa McCarthy.
There you go. That's who should play you for doing woke shit.
Yes. I give her like some short blue hair.
And she wears blackface and she plays Bobby. It makes no sense. And she's just like,
they'll love it. They'll love it.
You kind of had a good movie here for a while. We've got some significant questions about this Bobby's character development.
She's on a podcast called Let's Get Proud. It's about a gay black man who's a woman, and she hosts that show.
Oh,
for
God.
A criminal. Greg, who's the piece of shit?
I mean, I gotta say, I think that the dude's the piece of shit. I mean, by default, he's literally the only person in the story. And I'm not gonna disparage the entire city of Denver like Bobby did. That's crazy. But at first I was a little thrown. I thought you were going to say this guy wasn't allowed to have a gun and then he was just walking in the woods and then he defended himself. But it sounds like he fucking went to pick a fight with this mountain lion.
Yeah, he wasn't hunting. He went out there to do this.
Right. He's a piece of shit. This guy's a piece of shit.
Shadow of doubt. Like, it wasn't even like he was walking. He was licensed to carry, and he got scared. He went looking to kill when they said don't have a gun. He's like, I got this gun.
Now, if you would have opened with the first thing and said they told him he couldn't have a gun, so he went out with the slingshot and 2 dogs, I would have been like, hey, loophole.
Yeah,
this guy's a badass.
Some Johnny Appleseed shit. Yeah, you enjoy it. He's going back to his roots.
Right. But no,
white trash. He has a slingshot.
Dennis the Menace.
Who the fuck has a slingshot? Like just chilling.
Right. He probably whittled.
Besides Dennis the Menace, who's ever just had one?
I've never seen one.
I've never met anyone with a slingshot or the ability to be so good with it they can hit a bobcat out of a tree.
I guarantee this guy's a piece of shit. Had like a tactical slingshot with some sort of fucking. It was made of like titanium. Right. Had a laser.
So like one of the ones like you could like order like off like the internet. Like he didn't make it himself, obviously. Because I'm picturing like this like wooden cartoon stick slingshot.
Like Dennis the Menace.
That's exactly when you said Dennis the Menace. I'm like, that's what I've been picturing this entire story.
And I definitely think he wears overalls and he has one bump.
Yeah, now he probably bought it. He probably bought like, I don't know. I guess you could buy slingshots.
I guess you don't need a license, but they should question it.
You should question why you need it if you're not a kid.
If you're just ordering slingshot, they should be like, why? What are we doing? There's no good out of slingshots.
That's really true. If I have to get questioned when I want to get the morning after, well, I guess you don't have to question. You used to have to get questioned why you want the morning after pill. So I think you should be questioned.
They didn't know why?
A slingshot. What?
They didn't.
I have no idea. I guess they want to know if like they have to call the cops or something. I was like a college girl. I'm like, why do you think? Like, I'm hungover. Just give it to me.
It's just tasty.
It's candy.
I love it. I have a Pez dispenser full of them. It's great.
Actually, I used to have mint and cinnamon flavored birth control when I was in high school.
Ooh.
So that's like a
make
thing.
That yourself, or is that a thing?
No, that's like a thing. Because it's like it's like when you want to medicate the younger girls, give them hormones, you got to give it in like candy.
Sounds like you were saying you had it for sale.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No. Who makes it? Trident your baby? Like
I think it's just Pfizer.
All right. Are you ready now?
Yes, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to go through my thought process and try to back up an argument. And honestly, as much as I want to say the guy's like a piece of shit, when you already mentioned that he went to the Capitol riots, that kind of like already tells me exactly the kind of person like he's going to be in the story. So I'm gonna have to go with Bobby and like just the city of Denver, like the state of Colorado. Like that's on you guys at this point. Like y'all somehow allowed this to happen and allow this psycho to be continuously walking free and going around killing mountain lions with slingshots.
Mountain lion, like those are scary creatures. He's got no fear.
He's not hunting it. Like if he was eating it for meat, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. He's like hunting mountain lions. He's eating it. But like,
do you eat mountain lion?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
No, I'm sure you
can eat
anything,
know.
But I don't think that's like a food.
Oh, I don't know.
I think they're really muscly. I don't think I don't know if there's any meat. I've never hunted, but I wouldn't think you eat mountain lion, but you definitely could, I guess.
Never heard of that.
I'm going to go one higher than all of you. It's not Denver. It's our federal government. This motherfucker we know he's the Capitol riot guy. They know this. This guy is now hiding somewhere in the woods in Colorado. We're aware of who he is. We have this story. It's not like he posted on Twitter. Guess what I did? I killed a mountain lion with a slingshot. # YOLO. He didn't do that shit. He fucking is out there. We know what he's got. We know the guns he has, everything else. He got caught. Who saw him do this? They must be watching him. All those fuckers who went to the Capitol riot should have been, I'm not saying detained, but at least tagged like we do to geese when they're in a certain area and put like a little thing on their neck so we know where the fuck they are. This dude's slingshotting folks.
That's true.
Hang on a second, Pat.
All right.
Because I thought this was goddamn America, where we presumed innocent until proven guilty. This man's clearly a trained hunter and tracker. For all we know, he saw a bunch of people break into the U.S. Capitol and he thought it was, an insurrection. So he went in to clean up the mess. He's like, I'm a clearly trained assassin. I'm going to take care of all these guys rioting in here.
No,
Black lives do matter.
He thought that Hillary Clinton was a bobcat.
Right. It doesn't hold up. There were no mountain lions there, man. This guy kills mountain lions.
There could have been. I bet you Trump had a mountain lion.
I think he's more of a tiger guy.
Tyson's a tiger guy. Tiger is a black guy thing. Mountain lion's a white guy thing, I think.
Okay.
Unless you're like a gay Vegas performer, then you have.
But Joe Exotic was white as fuck.
Like I said, gay performer.
Oh, okay.
If you're a gay person, your color doesn't matter because that's your animal. Actually,
I think your color never matters, Pat.
Oh, it does sometimes. Like in the background, you're Asian lady because you got yelled at for not having too many white women. Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're a diversity hire, it matters.
Yeah. This week, Asians are popular.
Next week, we'll go back to someone else. We'll switch over to the next race.
I can't wait till Eskimos are a thing. I can't wait
till they cancel Eskimo kisses. Like, I can't wait till like they come for like Eskimo kisses.
How about Eskimo brothers? Cancel that.
Exactly that. They're going to start canceling that.
Yeah. If you fuck someone and you both know the same person, you should tag them like you did the geese and that guy. Put a tag on him and say, hey, don't fuck that guy. He knows him.
How about the fact we're still allowed to say yanking my chain? Stop yanking my chain.
Wait, is that
what do
like?
you think that refers to?
Well, no, I don't get that.
I'm guessing slaves on a chain.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Shit.
How about
God.
eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
I don't know what
Yeah,
that
well, that's to catch a slave like by his toe.
Catch the
like,
N-word by the toe was the real.
Oh yeah,
thing.
I'm not gonna say the N-word.
Neither will I. But that's the legitimate.
Ah, nice try, Pat.
Oh, yeah.
Always trying to
Put him
trick
on
you.
stage with the microphone.
I'm gonna be a huge bummer and step off for a sec because my cat's knocked something over. Can I just step off? For a sec?
Do your thing.
I'm very sorry. I'm ruining your podcast, but
You're
I really
not.
Cat back.
some stuff.
As long as you come back with your asshole. That's
Shut the cat's asshole.
If you look up that thing with the catch the tiger by the toe thing, it was a thing to scare white children to stay away, like a nurse trying to stay away from black people because if you run around, so you got to catch him by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. That's exactly what this guy was doing. To shoot a slingshot at a cougar, if it falls out of a tree, let your dogs eat it. You know?
Bring around the rosy. Pocket full of posy. Ashes, we all fall down.
Yeah, that's the baby falling out of a thing, right?
No, I thought that was the Black Death.
That's the bubonic plague.
Yeah, the Black Death, bubonic plague.
Black Death. Yeah, it's during that time.
Why is it the Black Plague? Why can't it just be any plague?
I said bubonic, not black.
Yeah, Bobby said black.
Oh.
And I said the N-word.
You said boob-bonic.
Boob-bonic.
The boob-bonic plague. I've heard that pronounced 50 ways. I think no one knows how to say that word. I've heard bluebonic. I've heard boob-bonic. I've heard poo-bonic. I think people just say plague. That's all it is.
That's all it is. It's a plague.
It's a fucking plague. It doesn't matter.
It's a plague.
I just really want to know where I can get a slingshot. Bobby, we need a slingshot sponsor. We need to get a slingshot.
Dick Sporting Goods sells slingshots, my man.
For real?
Oh yeah, Bobby. Fill us in.
Hook up, let me know.
No, but like, are they a special? Are there people like
you get one on Amazon? Like immediately.
You can get them pretty easily.
No, but like archers. There's like professional archers, and you get like a real thing. You care about your bow and all that shit. Is there slingshot enthusiasts that fucking care about is there like a top of the line?
I mean, we sell like a $50 slingshot that could probably take out a rabbit. I don't know about a mountain lion. That feels more like a David and Goliath type slingshot. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where you put a rock in like a sack and swing it around.
I'm kind of calling bullshit on the story.
No, I don't know.
I think
we worked with a guy who killed a bird with a rock.
Is it the Post? Is it the New York Post?
It's always the Post. 90% of my stories are the Post.
I'll say, yeah, it's the Post.
Usually we even, in the piece of shit thing, we usually name the person that wrote it to also make them a piece of shit. So Mark Lungarillo.
They're all pieces of shit over there.
That's the piece of shit right there.
Yeah, if he made this story up, then he's the piece of shit.
Well,
100%.
You know what? It's better news than the other shit they make up. So I'm fine with that one.
Yeah,
that's a pretty cool story to make up. I would watch that movie as long as it had an ending where he got caught.
We have a guy who killed an eagle with a rock at our store. Like he just picked it up and threw it at it as it was flying by.
Wow.
Yeah,
that kind of aim and he killed it?
It was attacking his dog. Like it had swooped in once and was coming in for the kill.
He threw a rock and he killed it.
He didn't mean to kill it. He was just trying to save his dog. But yeah.
He took it out.
Oh, yeah. You don't fuck with Glenn. You're like, hey, Glenn, how you doing today, buddy? You need any help?
Was it like one shot and dead? Or did he like
right in the head? Just took it out cold.
Damn.
The legend evolves over time.
That's a trained like assassin right there. That's like a trained assassin. That's like a CIA operative. Like that's some dude who has some skills.
I've never hunted. I was asked when I was younger, like my mom was dating a guy. He's like, hey, you want to try shooting a gun in a range? I'm like, no, I'm not a gun person. If people like them, that's them. It's not me. I could never kill anything. And I definitely couldn't sit there and try to aim a slingshot. I'd be so afraid of the goddamn bobcat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm afraid of all animals. I don't know how to fight.
It's gonna eat. It's a predator. It's gonna eat you.
Yeah. I can't. I'll never fight. Birds scare me because I can't fight them because I don't know how to fight them. Because because if you punch it and kill it, then you're the asshole who beat up a bird. If a bird beats you up, you're the loser who lost to it. But there's no win in the fucking bird fight.
No, I won't judge you. If a bird's attacking you and you kill it, I will 100% understand, man.
You will not. You'll be the first to shit on me if I post bird killing videos.
I mean,
as someone who's been attacked
bird?
by a lot of seagulls before, I agree. They're vicious as fuck. Just kill them.
Talking bigger bird, you're fighting a seagull.
Oh, you shouldn't have smelled so fishy, Barbs.
Yeah, Pat, if you get killed by a chicken, I'm going to talk shit on you.
They don't even fly.
And no,
right.
No offense, Barb, but what kind of stink you putting out? Fucking
yeah, as I said, you should have smelled like
shit. All over.
Hey, I grew up at the beach. That's not my fault. It was my diet.
What are you, a French fry? If you smell like French fries, that's hot. Like that's cool.
100%. I actually smell like pizza dough. When I sweat and I work out, I smell like pizza dough. It's kind of weird.
That is creepily the hottest thing I've ever heard. Pizza, just the dough, not a cooked pizza. Just fucking
right.
Oh, look at that.
All right. Bobby, you're not ready yet?
Just dough.
I'm ready, man.
You want to do yours?
You froze up for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm ready when you are.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like right now?
Like right now.
Okay. So I'll change up some of the names here to protect people. But I have a friend. We'll just call him Nick because his name's definitely not Nick. And Nick's a bit of a right-wing guy at heart. He kind of plays it in the middle, but like, you know, in personal conversations, you can see where he slants a little bit. He's also half Japanese. And that's important for this story because his girlfriend is a white girl who is super woke. We'll just call her Mason. So they've been together and like, you know, they kind of have their barbs, but at the end of the day, they see each other. And that was pun intended in case you were curious. But she's been like really annoying him lately with this Asian hate thing because she's like, I feel like we could be doing more to stop Asian hate. I feel like we could be doing more to stop Asian hate. And he came to me for advice. I was like, how do I get her to just drop this? And I was like, well, I'd start by like waking her up in the middle of the night and being like, hey, babe, I don't know if you saw, but AOC just tweeted and she said the best way to stop Asian hate today is to blow the first half Jap you see. And then like, wait another night, wake her up and be like, hey, what are those four cunts or the four horsemen of the apocalypse or whatever those bitches call themselves? Yeah, they said you and your best friend should have a threesome with your half Asian boyfriend. That'd be the best way to stop Asian hate today. And he said that to her. She got really mad. He tried to make the point that like, I should care about this issue more than you. And now they're kind of bickering. So who's the piece of shit? Is it Nick for making light of an issue that I guess some people like Mason feel should be taken more seriously? Is it Mason for like champion a cause that's definitely not hers? Or is it me for being a comedian? We'll go to you first, Greg.
I mean, this is a tough one, man, because no one jumps out at you as like a total piece of shit like that last story, you know? But
well, that's the beauty of this podcast. We switch it up easy and hard.
It's not always easy, right?
Keep you on
I'm
your
tempted
toes.
to say the woman because, like, by default, you know, you're not a piece of shit. So,
Always.
Obviously, and you know, in general, like people championing causes that they shouldn't. That's annoying. But she is already doing a lot for Asian hate. She was dating this guy presumably before anybody cared about this. So, like, you know, she can't be a piece of shit. She's trying to be good, and she's already blowing an Asian dude. I'm gonna say you're the piece of shit, Bobby, for making it so hard on all of us.
All right, I'll allow it.
And you are the one who used the first racial slur in that whole story. You said he should say that she should blow the first half Jap that she sees, and that
when
makes
did
you the
that
piece of
become
shit.
a racial slur?
Oh,
Jap's pretty. I mean,
that's half the word, Greg.
I thought that was just the abbreviation.
Yeah, but it's all context, man.
Nope,
it's all
half the
how
word.
you're using it.
but Jap could also be Jewish American princess. So, like, let's not jump to conclusions.
I mean, if I feel like that would work for the
Right.
story too. Thank you, Paul.
Let's not jump to conclusions.
I feel like Bobby meant
Jewish
it
American princess. She was blowing
not
it
that way.
way.
But yeah, then again, all right, maybe she is the piece of shit. Because, like, you know, making a "you should blow me more" joke, that's not something to get all angry about in a relationship.
A little weird.
Right. How mad did she get?
On a scale of 1 to yen. How mad is she?
And how come she's not, you know, Making with the blowies.
That didn't get what it deserved, Pat.
No, not at all. It was
took a second to
my
process.
armor. It's fine.
Greg, we'll give you a second to process. Barb, what do you think?
I'm always gonna have to go with the white woman. Us white women somehow we always manage to tell people what to do, how to think, how to feel, what to be offended on. I still do it. I try to catch myself. So I'm just gonna go with her. Like, if he doesn't care that much and it has something to do with him personally, and like I understand, like, yeah, like it sucks. We shouldn't be having Asian grandmas getting beaten up in the street. Like, I think that's so fucked up what's going on. But like, she should probably drop it and not get so pissed. I think that's funny. I'd be like, yeah, I'll blow you. I guess I did my part. Like, I've fucked half Asian dudes in college, so I did my part for
did you go to school with Nick Donlin?
No, who's that?
Oh, no, I was just kidding. Definitely not my friend from the store.
I was like, no, I don't know who that is. Maybe. So I think she's doing a lot already for like the Asian community, and she needs to like just take it down a notch.
Okay, I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Do you feel, any of you guys, while we give Greg a second to process, any of you guys feel like that the Stop Asian Hate thing just is breeding more Asian hate?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, it just kind of gives it a game almost, like the knockout game. Now more people are just playing the knockout game.
Right.
Like,
it's more media coverage.
Yeah. I was on an elevator with a Chinese family today, and they held the elevator from the time I started timing for 4 minutes and 57 seconds while I was trying to get to work. So like, definitely more time than that.
Because they're good at math.
No, I took my timer out and was like, this is ridiculous. And like, I'll be honest with you guys, at the end, my last thought was, boy, I could use an angry teen right now for some Asian hate. Like, that would solve this situation pretty quickly. But like, before I would just be frustrated. Now it's like, it's almost putting that out there as a vibe. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I think people do it to be edgy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
It's okay. I'm a woman talking. We don't need that.
Yeah, it's a good point. No, I was just going to agree with Bobby. Yeah, in general, like saying stop Asian hate and like, making all this, making all the noise isn't going to stop anyone who really wants to hate Asian people. It never really occurred to me to hate an Asian person.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do it. But someone that
clearly
does
you haven't
hate
been
Asian
around
people,
him a bunch, Greg.
Yeah, that's all right, Bobby. That's
Just a joke, buddy. Just a joke.
No, I'm trying to agree with you, man. Like,
I know. I'm just busting.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Pat, we almost killed you there. Who's the piece of shit? Is it me for derailing this?
You didn't almost kill me. I would have just started talking. You know that. It's just my show with my name on it. It's fine. It's the white woman, but more so for the reason of, if you're really gonna do this, fuck a half Asian, get full Asian. How dare you? You're going half Asian. You don't care. That's only 50% of the Asian. And it shouldn't just be the attractive Asians like Chinese, Japanese, dirty knees. Look at these. You got to get the Indians. You got to get everybody.
Cambodians, Filipino.
Yeah, you got to fuck a Cambodian.
All of them.
All
of them.
The bigger the head, the better the fuck. That's what you've got to do. You've got to go all the way. A half. That's not trying. That's like when Black Lives Matter and you get Cuba Gooding Jr. He doesn't matter. He's light skinned. You got to get the darkest Wesley Snipes you can to make a point. So you got to get your full on Asian. And by the way, Barb, Asian Chinese women getting beat up is hilarious because they know karate. They're just holding back. They could definitely win. So it's fucked up. They're just
it's not hilarious. I know.
They'll come back. You watch. You'll fucking watch. They're gremlins. You just give them water and food. They'll come back hard.
I do feel like that would stop all of this real quick, though. If one just karate master knocked a dude out, everybody would be like, oh shit.
If one of them just fought back, that's true. If someone just fought back, like completely annihilated the dude, everyone else would be like, oh, maybe we shouldn't be attacking them.
Yeah, they should have like a Chantifa where there's a group of just all of them to stop them. Chantifa is our new t-shirt, Bobby. We're doing it. It's like,
I want one. That sounds good.
It'd be a hard sell. I think I'd just give them away. I don't think I'd put money out for those. The same way with your the OnlyFans. It would be one of those things where you just share it for free with your family.
Exactly. Just pass around with your group chats and your friends.
I don't even know what Chantifa means. Yeah, really? I think you do. Woman hit in face with 10-pound log of prepackaged meat during fight at Walmart. A Cleveland woman was arrested on Tuesday afternoon for a role in a fight at a South Euclid Walmart. According to police, officers responded to the Walmart for reports of a fight between two women in the store's potato chip aisle. It was learned by police that one woman had a protection order filed against the alleged attacker stemming from a prior incident from where the two resided in the University Heights duplex. It is unknown to us what initially led to the beef between, I like that, beef, to the two women. South Houston reporters said the woman who filed for protection order was confronted by the other. She allegedly threatened to assault her and her 7-year-old daughter, according to investigators. Police said the suspect attempted to spit on the other woman and then hit her in the face with a 10-pound log of prepackaged meat. The 25-year-old suspect was arrested and charged with assault and violating a protection order. It was also later discovered that she had multiple warrants out for arrest. Her 5-year-old child was turned over to another family member. There's a lot in that story. Who's the piece of shit in this story? It's not Walmart. That's where it's supposed to happen. They actually chose the right setting. If this was Street Fighter, that's the setting you choose to have two people fight. You're supposed to be in Walmart. Is it the two women when they see each other? They've already got restraining orders. Okay, you've got all these things on them. Can't they have enough restraint? You got two kids with you. You're 25 and you have a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. You've been fucked. You've had more than one package of meat in your face. You definitely have before. Is it the woman for hitting someone else with a package of meat and trying to fight a child? Is it the two children that they've been raised poorly? They should be ready to fight. They're white trash. They should have bit that woman like those dogs on that bobcat. They should have sucked into her real fucking heart. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Bobby, go first.
Piece of shit in this story is nobody you named. Piece of shit in this story is Kmart. Because Kmart is where shit like this was supposed to happen.
Yeah, it used to be the place.
It was supposed to be a smaller store, usually on the outskirts of town. Not a lot of product there to really throw at each other. A lot of open space. But then all of those went away, and all of those people went to Walmart. Walmart used to be fun. You get stoned, go to Walmart at 2 a.m, buy DVDs for $4 that you're never going to watch. You know, Walmart used to be fun. Now you got to go on like it's in Iraq war zone. All right. You are in the Gaza Strip. Your head has to be on a swivel. There could be a fight at all times. I had to learn Spanish just to go to our local Walmart, just so I knew what people were saying. I like to, you know what I mean, have all the information I can. I can pick up little phrases now. Like stab. I know when they're going to say stab. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get out of this aisle. I don't need chips that badly.
Yeah, they fought in the chip aisle. So where'd she get the meat?
She already went through.
In the chip aisle. That's not, no store does that. They are separate places. It's supposed to be cold. They either moved over, that woman had meat in the chip aisle. It's like, looked at her carriage, had a bunch of shit and said, 10-pound prepackaged. That's a lot of beef to pick up and hit a woman in the fucking face. Why couldn't that bitch move? You're getting 10-pound package of meat in your face. You got to see that shit coming. That ain't a slingshot. That's beef.
Oh, what if she just wound it up like a baseball bat and hit her when she wasn't looking? Oh my God.
Imagine she matrixed it and she's like, and just like under the meat. That'd be so fucking sweet. Barbara.
I'm gonna sound really bad when I say this, but it's whatever allowed that woman to have those kids that's at fault.
Yeah, where's that guy?
Whether it's the fact
Those
that
guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think there should be like a program in place so that people like that don't reproduce, and her parents shouldn't have reproduced. I'm going to blame her parents. The woman who took out the packaged meat out of the cart and hit the other one. I'm going to blame her parents. Those are the assholes at fault. I believe.
Like that you are pro euthanasia. Again. You're very big on, I know that Hitler tried something similar, but yeah, you're right. If people have babies, we should stop them.
Certain people, like I'm 25, and if I had 2 kids right now, those kids wouldn't be raised well at all. I'm not raised well.
And
I can't.
Nobody would want to see your asshole on OnlyFans. That would think
it'd be split in half. It would have been torn. So I'm gonna go.
Greg, go ahead.
All right. I think this is a sneaky one because there's obviously 2 really white trash chicks.
Yeah, they didn't say color, but we know what's going on. This is Ohio. This is white folk.
Oh yeah, Euclid, Ohio. You don't gotta say this is white trash, 100%. But I think you're missing something key here, Pat, and that is that when Walmart's involved, they're almost always the piece of shit.
Yeah.
And in this case, I feel like they're the piece of shit because where's the security camera footage of this Walmart? This would
I'm
be
sure it's up. The People
fuck.
of Walmart video. You can look at that. You go on YouTube. Look, People of Walmart. You can watch the worst people every day.
There's like a subreddit for that. There's like a subreddit dedicated to People of Walmart.
Well, where's this video? This should be viral. like I don't know, like
there should
something
be a
that's
TikTok
viral.
dance to it where you're slapping people
Yes.
in the face. Without a doubt.
Wendy's
next
buys the
trend.
rights.
Right,
Where's
if
the
this
beef?
happened, if this happened at
Probably they only
Wendy's,
use
we'd
square
see
burgers
the
to hit people in
video.
the face.
Arby's is gonna hire her because she's got the meats.
Oh my God. No, she's the
Right.
best spokesman ever.
She's got
She's
the
just in a
meats.
bidding war.
It's where Jared from Subway makes his comeback. Because he's like, I didn't hit the kids. I
The
swear to
kids.
God,
I was gonna say
fucking
the
hit
kids end up with Jared actually after that whole scenario.
By the way,
And
they
if
said
you
there
don't
was-
want kids to end up with Jared, go to silkcityhotsauce.com to
before we go
stop
there,
pedophilia.
before we go there, we're gonna go right there.
No,
I
just a
want to go
joke.
right there. But here's the part we kind of all stepped over. The 5-year-old child got taken away by authorities. The 7-year-old did not.
Nice.
Who made that choice? How shitty and loud was that fucking 7-year-old kid? They're
Yeah,
like,
right.
you stay, you've got potential. You go. They did a Sophie's Choice at Walmart for a meat smack.
Mhm.
That is insane. They separated
Oh.
children.
Maybe
I
the
read it
5-year-old
differently.
was the problem.
Yeah, I thought it was something completely different.
Yeah, I just thought that they
Maybe-
could contact the 7-year-old's dad. They couldn't find the 5-year-old.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, they didn't say with the dad. They just gave it to another family.
It's not the same dad. I think off the
Yeah, that's
bat,
what
we
I'm
know
saying.
it's
Like
not
the
same
7-year-old's dad took him. The 5-year-old didn't show up, so he's
The
in
5-year-old
child
is in
protective system.
prison, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both
I'm
the
with-
parents work at Walmart. I'll guarantee the fathers, they both work there.
yeah.
You raise your hand, sir. Greg, didn't you raise your hand?
No.
Oh, I thought.
Oh, I flail about.
Oh, I thought you
when I
Hail
speak.
Hitler or something. I don't know. No, the
Oh,
kid,
no,
the
absolutely not.
5-year-old child was turned over to another family member, not the father, just another one.
Oh, grandma.
7-year-old wasn't turned over anywhere. She
Was that one in
threatened to-
foster care?
She went to assault the 7-year-old daughter. The other lady did, according to investigator. That's it. That's the last time they mentioned the 7-year-old.
Hmm.
She
Wait, the
almost got hit
7-year-old
with-
was assaulted?
No, they didn't. They didn't. They couldn't hit her. She was too low for the meat. They had meatballs. They were
Vegan.
throwing at her.
7-year-old was vegan.
Beyond me.
Imagine if that was the problem. Like PETA got involved. How dare you use meat?
Yeah.
They don't
I
care
feel
about
like
the
that's
kids at
the
all. They're
next
just like, how dare you
thing.
use ground meat to hurt other meat? It's fucked up. Yeah, the piece of shit in this is every fucking person. And like you said, anyone who came in that jackal, what are you doing? Don't come in
100%.
that thing.
Yeah,
Pull
that
up.
was the best answer.
Like she gets hit with meat, she'll definitely take a bump down the stairs. Take care of things. Do something. You know what I mean? Like,
100%.
it's not her first bump. You just got, and she would be fine with it. It's ruined her life. She's got her. I'm sure she was killing it when she was 25. So when she was
18.
18 and so 17 when she fucking conceived it, and she thought she had promise. She was probably the pretty girl in South Euclid, whatever. It thought she was gonna go somewhere. And
Damn.
Oh,
it's fucked. It's just fucked. All right, do we have time for one more? I think so.
yeah, that's true.
Your internet is fucked.
Yeah, it is. I got hit with meat.
The router got hit with beef.
Yeah, it did. If you know what I mean. I don't even know what that means, but it just sounds like a thing. Tawny Katane revealed Jerry Seinfeld was a cheap boyfriend. What's the deal with frugal? Oh, fuck. I hate the post. What's the deal? Jerry Seinfeld was a frugal boyfriend while dating media personality and actress Tawny Katane, according to a writer who interviewed the late star for a 2002 book. Katane, 59, died on May 7th. The cause of death is still unknown. So that's the fucked up part about this. I was like, oh, she's talking shit. And then you find out when you read the story, she died. Now someone's leaking all this.
Did he
Alright.
kill her?
Yeah,
The
for saying
actress
this
told
shit.
writer Jerry Oppenheimer the millionaire comic would give her a teddy bear and a Coach purse while driving various Porsches to the studio. Jerry had nothing else to really spend his money on. He was just amazed that he could buy so many tennis shoes and Porsches. He was like, wow, I can do this? Cool. Katane said, according to Oppenheimer. But he wasn't the kind of guy who wore a gold Rolex on his left arm out the window of his Porsche going, hey, baby. If I was like, I would spend the time with it. So basically, it's just a lot of bitching. And it seems like she was going to write a book. And then she fucking died. And this guy wants to get the book out there. So this guy fucking put out this whole thing to fucking get a book sale going on. Who's the piece of shit? Bobby?
I'm not touching this story.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. Because like nobody
You're
wants to talk
afraid of the
about Seinfeld.
Seinfeld heat?
No, I'm afraid I'm gonna make a very
Yeah, right.
obvious point, a very obvious
Yeah.
joke that's available here.
I thought that's
About-
like what we first
Yeah.
thought.
Who are these people? Yeah.
No, about Seinfeld and what they do and how they spend their money. You get it, Pat.
No, I don't. Bobby, explain it.
Please, Bobby,
Um,
go into detail. I'm not sure I understand either.
Comedians, we'll call them, tend to not like to spend their money.
Hey, Greg, do you know what he means? I have no idea.
I think Pat really doesn't know what he means, but I'm sarcastic. Yeah, he's talking about.
Yeah,
Jewish
you're right. I don't know
there.
about Jewish hate. Look at me.
I don't know. Well, then you were very convincingly confused.
He threw it to you with Jew. You know what he means?
I literally said that.
Oh, did you? No, I didn't.
Did you?
Yeah.
No.
Fuck.
The piece of shit's the post.
Yeah, always.
Like, if somebody's
Yeah,
gonna
this is
leak
a
the
non-story.
story, it should be her. Like, if she was gonna write a book, that's kind of her recompense for dating Seinfeld. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, is page 6 the post?
Yes.
Okay, so this is page 6. Yeah, okay.
Okay, page
Connor
6 in
Skelding
particular. Then
is the guy.
Yeah.
Connor Skelding.
Yeah, and like, if somebody was gonna leak the story, it's hers to leak. It's not theirs. Whoever sold it to the Post and the Post for agreeing to leak it.
And just sell the book.
Yeah, and do it to her family or something.
Yeah, do the
like,
book and then put that in there. But like now, I don't want this. Why would I got the whole story. I don't want the book.
Yeah, there's no reason to buy
It's
the
not even
book
much.
now.
He just Jerry Seinfeld, Jew, didn't spend a lot of money on whore from the 80s. Oh, big story. It's not a big story. It's what he. I wouldn't either. She's Tawny Katane. She's not. She started looking like Steven Tyler about 10 years after that. It's not gonna help her out. What? Yeah, he didn't pay her a lot of money. He was fucking this famous lady. He was doing that way more than most Jews do. He got a hot lady from the 80s. He did well. Why is he? He bought her a purse. That's nice enough. Why is it? How much does he have to spend on her?
It was probably a nice purse.
Yeah.
Coach is not nice. Or back then it was not nice. Now it's been rebranded.
Comedians with coaches getting coffee. That's his new show. They're not nice. I thought they were nice.
Well, they're like, it's like nice. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like they've got like a whole rebranding. I just like associate them with like the 2000s style.
This was 2002.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, they were nice then. They were nice in 2002.
Yeah.
Right.
He might have bought them from a bootleg person in
Chinatown.
Yeah.
Imagine he went down in Chinatown. He probably got her like her purse where I get my purses like nowadays.
I think he's the piece of shit for not making this an episode of Seinfeld. This would have been great.
Yeah, it seems like something he would do.
Yeah, he's dating a girl. He buys her. She wants this purse. He buys it. He has George go do it, or Kramer. They get a knockoff purse by mistake. He doesn't realize that. He's like, "Oh God!" He gets all mad. Then he just fucks Elaine.
What's the deal with these white broads?
What's the deal?
Always want you to spend money on them. Always worry about these broke causes. They keep saying things like Black Lives Matter. You want to talk about persecution? My people went through some persecution too.
You guys got to keep basketball. We lost it.
You
started
basketball. That's good.
Mine's more like Dick Vitale. I don't do one. Greg, piece of shit.
Well, I'm tempted to say the Post too, man, because like this is a nothing story. Even the guy who's trying to sell the story isn't as much of a piece of shit as they are with running it.
Yeah.
But also they wrote that headline, or when you were reading it, who are these people or something like that?
Right. Yeah. Who are these frugal people?
Right. That's a pretty lame line. So they are also they're the piece of shit here. Although they wrote it, but you didn't have to read it like that. So
that's my fault.
Well, fair enough.
I had to sell it.
All right. Yeah, you sold it. They're the piece of shit.
You didn't even know I hated Jews.
Yeah, you were really incognito about that. Good job.
That's how they do it. That's how the Nazis win. Barb, who's the piece of shit?
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like no one's really the piece of shit because like I expect these stories from page 6. Like they write about like the Real Housewives of New York. It's not groundbreaking journalism. And I mean, take a look at the way Seinfeld dressed his whole entire life. Like you can't really expect a man like that who won't spend a little bit of money on himself to spend money
he dressed
on
just
you.
like Paula Poundstone. It was a weird.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, it's a comedian.
So sorry.
What's the deal with these white women, George? I bought myself a Porsche. I earned it with money. If you want a Porsche, find a Larry David.
She's the piece of shit. And
Well,
rest in peace, whatever. But she's the piece of shit because she did so much more in her life. This is the story she gave these people. She was well known in the 80s for being a white snake in the Rat video in the 80s, from laying on the car and being the hot girl on a car in the 80s.
Oh wow, good for her.
Jerked off to her nonstop. She was hot before the
She
internet.
likes to lay on cars. I bought cars. What does she want, George?
He wanted her to lay on his Porsches, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. And then she also, because of that, became an actress. She was on Howard Stern all the time. She had fame. She has all these stories. I'm sure she fucking told other people. But
I thought she was just famous for dating Seinfeld.
No,
if she was
no
like
one. I don't think anyone even knew they dated.
Oh, then that's bullshit. Yeah, why the fuck is she leaking this? If she had a whole career and a whole life, why do you care about Seinfeld?
Because no one cares about the 80s anymore, and Seinfeld's the only thing I think to grab onto to sell a book and hopefully get his reaction or something I get, or because of the comedy cancel culture. It's another way to cancel Seinfeld. He was cheap, or some shit like that. But she lived a bigger life. She was the hot chick for like 2 or 3 years.
Then yeah, that's bullshit. This isn't a story she should be selling. That's not the book you're writing.
That's not the chapter you read.
That's not.
Right by that chapter.
Yeah, that's very true.
Motley Crue ran a train on her. Like that's what.
That's much more interesting. Where could I find that?
But I'll write the book.
Oh, I got excited.
I think she dated
Motley
Sam
Crue
Kinison.
used to do. Do you know what Motley Crue used to do when they would go home and their wife were worried their wives would know they were cheating on them, Pat?
What was that? They would. I'm guessing I know what they would do, but you let me know.
No, guess. Go ahead.
I would think that they would come home and feel bad because they know they cheated on them. They probably had AIDS, they all that. So they came home not with a Coach purse, not with flowers, with a fucking bottle of Silk City hot sauce. That's what I'm thinking they did.
No, they actually stuck their dicks in burritos so you couldn't smell the pussy on them.
Oh,
but if they were smart, they would have just cheered their wives up with Silk City hot sauce.
If you're gonna stick your dick in a burrito, make sure you got Silk City hot sauce in that burrito. By the way, real quick, I tried something new with the Aztec Attack, and I'm very happy with it. I was making steak the other day, and I like to put, like when I'm cooking it, I like to put a little blue cheese crumble on there and let it melt in a little bit. It has nice bitterness to that, but I wanted a little heat to it. So I took the Aztec Attack, I mixed it with the blue cheese crumble, and I got heat with the bitter, with the blue cheese and the steak, and it was fucking amazing. So it's the best sauce there is. Greg, if you've been on the show before, do you know? Have you checked out Silk City hot sauce?
Yeah, I bought a couple bottles of it, but let me just quickly say you're the piece of shit for saying blue cheese crumble.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, but that's.
I didn't use sauce like some fucking trashy whore. I used real blue cheese.
And folks, if you're at home and you have no life as well, imagine how boring Pat's would be if he didn't have Silk City hot sauce.
Oh yeah,
the story he shared was using
Shut up, man, tits. I made a fucking nice steak and I put blue cheese. I'm fancy. I'm a bougie bitch. What the fuck you want from me? See Barb smile. She goes, "Oh, that looks good." And YouTube.
I was gonna say that sounds really good. That sounds like a nice dinner. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm jealous. Me and my son enjoyed that steak. It was nice.
Look at that. He's a father cooking for his son.
I didn't hit him with meat. I just fed it to him like a fucking real.
You hit him afterwards.
Of course.
Right.
He wouldn't chew loud. I need that noise. I want to know it's good. But
Silk City hot sauce, anti-pedophilia, pro spanking. Use promo code POS to save 15%.
I don't like the pro spanking part.
Spanking I like that Aztec Attack though.
It's my favorite one.
Delicious.
It's incredible. I'm not a hot guy, so I like that one the best.
No one accused you of being one.
Wait, so if I want to buy some, where do I go? Because now I'm really interested.
Barb, thanks for asking. Oh, this is great, Bobby. Good call. You go to silkcityhotsauce.com. Okay. You search through all their stuff there. They've got all different kind of packages. They have some dedicated to comedians. Aaron Berg has one called Badass Jew. Kevin Dombrowski has one called Just Joking. Bobby Bickerstaff has one called the BBC, of course. And then there's who's the other asshole? Oh, Chad Zumach has one, Mango Madness. Just kidding, Chad. And there's a bunch of other sauces too. There's like mild ones. There's hot ones. They have syrups. They have jams. They have everything there. But if you want to be like Jerry Seinfeld and be cheap, you go to the coupon part, you put in the promo code POS, and you save 15%. And they send you a bottle of cherry sriracha, and they send you these awesome artwork stickers of their design. And
oh, I love stickers. That sold me right there.
Cool. They're dragon stickers. In the time of loving Asians, get yourself a dragon sticker because Asians love dragons. They think they're real because they're dumb, even though they're smart. So it's weird. But you get a sticker, you give it to an Asian and go, "I'm not going to punch you. Here's a sticker." And they'll feel happy. I think
Silk City hot sauce. Stop Asian hate.
Yeah. Stop Asian hate and start Asian eat. Put it on some fucking in your wok and start eating shit.
Make some stir fry with it.
Yeah. What would you use for the stir fry, Bobby?
A duck sauce, probably. I feel like Silk City hot sauce should get in the duck sauce
I'm thinking they should too. And I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, down the road that may happen. I'm not supposed to say anything. But because of our Frank, who's not here, Barb, you missed out, and Greg's not met him yet. But we usually have an announcer named Frank, who's my friend, he's been on the show with us. An announcer, he's 79 years old. He wasn't feeling really the weather today. He said he's feeling under the weather today and couldn't make it. But we also have a comedy show tomorrow at the casino at Mohegan Sun. So he's like, I'll be there at 2:00. Like the show's at 10. He's like, fuck you. So I don't think he wanted to do it. But his father-in-law lives with him, and his father-in-law is 102. So he takes care of his 102-year-old father.
That's so much to unpack.
His father-in-law was eating oysters and drinking vodka yesterday. I saw all the pictures. And Frank takes him around like his baby because Frank never had a child. And he just takes pictures of feeding Sam.
I love that. Oh my
God. Had he known Barb was on, do you think he would have suddenly felt better?
He'd be here right now.
Yeah.
Right.
No asshole picks for him. I mean, he missed out.
He wouldn't want it. He'd be respectful, but then he'd call us creeps, but he'd be the creep. Like he's a mastermind at it. He's
I'm sure he's older. Absolutely.
Bobby, I know you haven't seen his act yet, but when you finally get to see his show, it's the best because his big joke is he talks. I'm not gonna spoil the whole thing, but he talks about fucking cougars and where he can find them now that he's 79. And, it's hilarious. And he talks about I like a girl's tits that are right, and he puts his hands to his knees. And he's like, I want them down here. He throws people off because he comes out looking like this nice Burl Ives Santa guy, and he's just a creep. And it's his last joke's about it's a hacky one about Fitbit, but he's 79, did comedy for 3 years, so give him a break. And so he does the whole thing about jerking off, and everyone's like, holy shit, that guy can jerk. Oh, that's the one thing they all say. It's like, does dust come out of there?
The comment card they leave. I don't believe the old man could jerk off.
Well, I go on afterwards and I do a whole thing on Frank and talk about how he can't jerk off and how his dust comes out of his dick. It's fun. So, but fuck him. If he's at the show tomorrow performing, I'll be yelling at him because he should have been on this show.
Yeah. No, it was better without him.
You know what? You're right. Because we had two lovely guests, Greg and Barb. Thank you so much for being on. Greg, where can people follow you? I know Bobby said it earlier, but let them know again where you're going to be on Friday.
I'm going to be in Ortona, PA with the Church of Satire. Greg Billet Comedy on all internet.
What's the Church of Satire? Is that like an improv group?
No, it's in Central PA. There's a comedy club called the Church of Satire.
Okay.
And they also like just do roaming shows under that.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll go ahead and give him a full
It's a
plug.
fucking cult is what it is.
Like, yeah, it's
a comedy
really
cult.
cool. It's a guy who got to pretty much the highest level you could get at local comedy and realized there wasn't a real place in that area for comedians to perform and like just have a hangout, you know? In New York or Connecticut, there are enough spots, but in Central PA, it's so spread out. So Jim Bryant started this club. He's a comedian. He runs the club. He runs it real nice. He puts on a lot of local guys, gives them opportunities they wouldn't get otherwise. If you get the chance and you're in the middle of bumfuck Pennsylvania, look up the Church of Satire and go see Greg.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
That's my plug, Church of
Dude,
Satire.
nice.
He's a real good guy. That's why I have no issue taking a full 5 minutes and just giving him the full plug.
Nice. I think it was like 30 seconds, but it was still good. Barb.
Time's relative.
Follow me on Twitter and TikTok at Barbs versus the World. I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't really uploaded anything to it yet. So I'll put that out on my Twitter and my TikTok. I'm going to be on Chrissy Mayer's The Wet Spot on Monday. So you guys should check that out at, I think it's 7:30 p.m. on Compound Media. And everything's reopened in New York. So I'm doing open mics, park shows and everything. So check me around the city. I kind of just pop up places and boop around from little open mics.
Bobby, that reminds me, I got hit up and finally booked. I'll be on Michael Gavin Ali's new podcast.
I'm doing that on Wednesday.
Please tell me if you die.
I'm going to get very liquored up.
But I know it'll still kill me. It's like,
I'm going to get very liquored up. Lots of wine.
Yeah, he just kept tagging about 10 people. I think you were one of them too. We just all got tagged so many times till you just you gave in.
He's just going to keep asking you to show your tits. I hope you know that, Barb.
Me?
No, me.
Oh.
I made the mistake of flashing myself on the last time I was on the Wet Spot because it was Marshall and Lindsay's cat died, and I have two cats, and I felt really bad. And Marshall was like, "Well, if you flash us, I'll feel better." And me being the idiot I am, I'm like, "Fuck it, whatever." Woo! Forgetting there was like 3 other creeps there.
Yeah.
And I guess I just called them creeps, but it's just men, 3 other men.
Bobby was one of them.
No. I know the people on the show. You were spot on. There were 3 other creeps in that room.
You know who I'm talking about.
Was it Mead and who else?
No, it was Big
Todd.
A.
Todd.
Who is a sweetheart. And Todd. And Todd will tell you he is a dirtbag. He's one of the nicest guys in the world.
Yeah, he was really sweet to me, but like.
Todd.
Yes. No.
Todd lump of shit.
That's, I don't know his last name.
I think it's Ferguson, I think.
But no, the guy,
Ferguson,
the guys like in the sound booth were like really nice. And like but like the other 3, like.
Yeah. Garrett and Drew are cool. The rest are a little creepy. Big A's a little slow. He's a sweetheart.
Dude. He's a great photographer.
Yeah. He is a great photographer.
Oh, it's amazing.
No, Bobby, that makes sense now. 'Cause I thought you were just making a joke at the beginning of this when you're like, "I'll get this girl on. I've seen her boobs." And like, oh,
No,
really
I
did.
was just making.
No,
a
it's
joke.
it's like a legit. It's like a legit thing. I don't know if you could still see him or not, but you could see him for a couple of seconds.
Oh, they don't censor things on
They don't-
Countdown
No,
Media.
and then
Things are
my
there.
boyfriend will hear me talk about this and then remind people that exists, and I'm gonna have to deal with a conversation in a couple
And
hours.
he's gonna start a new OnlyFans of just your tits. See?
There we go.
Perfect.
And then you can tell the story about the fight, and we'll figure out who the piece of shit was.
Yeah,
Usually
come
me.
back.
Usually me.
We'll hit you with meat
Nah,
and you tell the
you
story.
sh-
That's what we do.
You showed your tits. You're automatically almost probably not the piece of shit.
Yeah,
There you
100% not the piece of shit.
Yeah.
No, you win. You won that whole day. And you made so many. You probably gave Big A heart attack. He had to jerk off his chubby palm so hard. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I was sitting next to like an OnlyFans starlet, like this gorgeous woman. Like I like she's like this gorgeous woman I'm sitting next to who has like double D's, and I'm like, I have little mosquito bites.
Listen, people don't care about that. Women
know.
don't care about that. It's
Women-
boobs. We're all happy. Nobody wants giant. That's a back problem. You're not gonna have back problems later.
Oh,
That's way
true.
better.
Yeah.
And you're funny. Boobs will go away.
you.
So that's
Thank
will
you.
shine through.
Thank you.
Well, they don't. I
Last.
mean, you could buy new boobs,
Yeah, that's true. You could get them lifted. You could get bigger.
and I bet you people tell that woman she's real funny. Like all the time. Oh, she's so fucking fun. Really? What has she said that's funny? Oh, hi. Oh, was that funny? She likes to do
But
a
if-
scary impression.
But if people grill me on Barbs, I'm going to say, check out the POS show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a POS acronym for her tits, but I didn't get one. Petite.
Piece of Skittles? Petite.
Piece of Skittles.
Piece of
Skittles.
Skittles. I don't know.
That's not your new Twitter handle.
Like pieces of Skittles. Like that's what they are.
Taste the rainbow. Oh, people are gonna get creepy. Don't do that. Don't do it.
No,
No,
yeah,
no,
that's
I
gonna
don't
get
want-
bad
I don't
quick.
want that.
Everyone
no.
cut that part out.
I don't want that.
No. Someone, I would like the candy on your chest. Like that's not even the joke. You're just creepy.
Yeah.
All right, Bobby.
Check out the Eastside Dave show with Roy Harder every Tuesday at 7:30 over on Compound Media. Had a fun one this week. Have an even more fun one in store for next week. Check out our other shows over here on the Pat Oates Show channel. We got retail, we got retro. We're showing content down your throat. Enjoy it. You got nothing else going on. And follow me at Bobby_Tamburo.
If people are tipping $50 for assholes, you can throw us $3 a month for all the content we're throwing on our Patreon. We've got
Yes.
POS. You get that before anybody else. This will drop later on tonight, and everyone else will get a couple days from now. We have POS retail, where Bobby and I and people that work retail jobs talk about horror stories working retail. We have POS retro, where now we're doing stories from decades back. Last time we did what, 1994. This week we're doing 1986. We had History Homos on. This week we got a really funny comic, Howie Mason, on, and Stevie Lou.
Stevie Lou.
We're gonna be joining us. I also have my fourth show because I really need a fucking life. Is Bunk You, where we debunk stuff. And this week we talked about getting the vaccine and stuff like that. But we also made fun of that black guy who was in the Zippity Doodah song. It talked about how racist that was. So it was a fun show. Go over to Pat Oates' YouTube channel, check that out. Go over to the Patreon, subscribe to there. We thank you, Barb. We thank you, Greg, so much for being on the show. And Bobby.
Remember, folks, don't be a piece of shit.